Howdy, and welcome to my overdue video. Actually, I'm so overdue, I'm going to record probably 3 of these this morning. It is the 28th of November as I'm recording at 9:38 in the morning. How are you? So, lots to talk about in the last 2 weeks since I posted my last video. Yesterday, I started week number 4 on the Carnivore Diet. Oh, my name is Mike, by the way. So that's 3 complete weeks now on the Carnivore Diet. And so I want to go through the numbers with you on this video. I invested money I didn't have on a Keto Mojo, and I got some extra strips and stuff, all this stuff. And if I was smart, I'd have an affiliate link in the description below. Maybe someday I will. And if there's a link there, that's probably what that is. But I don't have one as I'm recording. I'll get smarter about this stuff. I hope so. All right. So here's the deal. I got the meter a week ago. So before I get into my numbers, I want to tell you about the weight loss, right? So far I have lost 13 pounds in the last 20 days. Is that right? 23 days. Hang on, I have to look now. See, that's what I get. So on November 6th, I weighed 216 pounds. Today, this morning, November 28th, I weighed 203 pounds. So that's 13 pounds in 22 days. All right, we've got to be precise about this stuff. So I'm happy. I am happy with that. Now, I did stall for about a week, November 16 through about 3 days ago. I was stuck right around 206, 205, and I went to 1 meal a day about 3 or 4 days ago. And I'm really liking that, and that's restarted my weight loss. So I'll have a pound of ribeye, for example, at about noon, and I won't eat again until the next day around noon. And usually it's a pound of ribeye. I'm doing New York strip as well, a little less fat in that. I took the butter out of my coffee, so it's just black coffee in the morning. That's my only vegetarian. It's beans, coffee beans. That's the only non-carnivore thing in my diet is the morning black coffee. So the weight loss is going well. I'm pretty happy with that. In my last video, I talked about Hershey squirts. And if you watch that video, you'll see that it never happened to me. And thankfully, it's because someone had a YouTube channel, said, hey, you don't have a lot of gas on this diet. So if you feel like you have gas on this diet, don't fall for it because you may end up with an accident. So I took that to heart, or kept it in the bottom of my mind. Anyway, it never happened to me thanks to that advice. And so actually came a little close this morning. But the diarrhea that I was having in the first couple weeks of adaptation to this new diet, I think my gut biome getting acquainted, getting readjusted, whatever, that's what I think is going on. I'm not an expert. But anyway, the diarrhea is done. So I'm back to normal. I'm a regular guy again. And the thing about I've talked about this before, and other people have mentioned this, the carnivore diet, you don't poop very much. It's not a lot of poop. So I think that's good, I guess, because you're absorbing all those nutrients from what you're eating, I suppose, is the theory. All right, let's get into the ketones and the glucose on did I mention the Keto Mojo? There it is, that I purchased a week ago on Amazon. Affiliate link below. In the future, not today. Right. On the 21st was the first time I tried this, 5 a.m. in the morning, fasting before coffee. My blood sugar was 91, which is amazing, and my ketones were 2.7. Again, amazing. And then I did, because it was brand new, so I did, after black coffee, my ketones jumped to 4.0. And then it's never been higher than that since. And then my blood sugar was still 90. After an hour and a half after a meal in the afternoon, 3.4 ketones, 99 on the blood sugar. That's the highest that's been all week. And so generally speaking, fasting before coffee in the last week, I'm hanging around 2.4 to 2.7 on the ketones. My blood sugar is in the low 90s. I had one day of 86 and one day of 85. So mid 80s to low 90s on the blood sugar in the morning. That's amazing. And my ketones again, in the high 2.0s to near 3.1, 3.2. So this morning, very typical. 3.1 on the ketones, 93 on the blood sugar. I'm looking at my notes right there. So definitely in ketosis. Now, again, just starting week number 4 yesterday, so 3 weeks complete. Some of the other information that I'm seeing out there on the YouTubes, people that are experts, I don't know, this diet is so new and there's so little research into carnivore alone. But what I'm seeing is that as my body gets better at burning fat, that perhaps my ketones will fall below the 2.7, which is kind of my low end right now. 2.6, I think, is my lowest this week. So as my body gets better at burning ketones and better at burning fat and becomes even more adapted, in theory, those ketones will come down. We'll see how that goes. But, man, I'm really happy with 2.7, 3.1 ketone levels in the morning. I'll mention this, and I'll probably mention it in the other 2 videos that I'm fixing to record after this. My sleep is great. My sleep has generally always been good. My sleep is even better. I still get up once in a while in the night, in the early morning, to go to the bathroom, to go pee. But it's so easy to get right back to sleep. And I don't know if I'm dreaming more or if I'm just remembering the dreams better. But a lot more dreaming seems to be going on. And also, like I said, it's just a lot easier to fall asleep, to stay asleep. I feel like I'm having a deeper sleep. Now, maybe I'll make it I have the Fitbit, and it tracks my sleep. I'll dig into those numbers, and I'll do a future video on that, comparing old before and after. But the sleep is wonderful. And then finally, my mood is amazing. And I'm a pretty positive guy, but a friend of mine pointed out to me that I am subject to mood swings sometimes, or have been in the past. I'll be very manic. Usually it's the other way. I'll be kind of down and not really wanting to go out or do anything, a little depressed maybe one day, and then I'll be manic the next. And that's been kind of my whole life. I've been like that. Most of the time I'm pretty even keel, but maybe people don't realize it as much as I do. I'll be down sometimes, and then the next day I'll be way up. This has really evened that out. I think the word that best describes how I feel, and this might mean different things to different people, but when I think of the word Zen, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm in the zone. I feel calm. It's really cool. So anyway, that's my update for November 28th. 2 more updates coming. For November 28th, of some things I want to talk about, probably more about the mood and how I'm feeling about the diet. And, should everyone try the carnivore diet? These are questions we will ask and attempt to answer in the next video. I'm going to upload this one real quick, and then I'll get to recording on the next. See you soon. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, and stuff.